Hey, how are you doing? This is Coach B. Wiley. I hope your Monday, is this Monday? I hope your Monday is going well. I wanted to come on here live. If you're watching this on TikTok Live, how are you doing? If you're seeing this a little later on Monday, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the link in my bio to check out my bookstore. And today I wanted to talk about, first of all, the title of this video, if you're seeing it on TikTok, is called Stay Stupid Sis. Now, I know that seems a little harsh. However, not so much, because let me just tell you, I'll give y'all a little story time real quick. All right, so on Facebook, you know how they have those groups. They can have any kind of groups, from I'm moving to Florida group to dog walkers group, are you dating him sis group, is he married to you group, would you date him? Y'all know all those groups that are on Facebook. Well, I'm in plenty of them, not as Coach B. Wiley. So if you look me up, you won't see me in none of the groups. I made up a whole nother persona and I'm in those groups incognito. So with that being said, I was in a group today and a young lady, let me just tell you about the particular group that I'm talking about today. It's a group where women will say, hey, I'm dating John. John has been dogging me out. He's been cheating. He's been sleeping around. I'm pregnant with his baby. I don't know what to do about John now that I'm pregnant. What would you do, sis? And listen to my story. Do you know John? Let me know. That's what the group is all about literally telling individuals, strangers, hey, this is my scenario. What do you think? And so in there today, there was a young lady, and you can post anonymously, and a lot of those women post anonymously. There was a lady in there who posted, and it was about a guy who she had been dealing with for many years. She did not say she was his girlfriend, his side chick, or his wife, but he's definitely married 100%. And he has all these red flags. She says sometimes he act like he married, but for the most part, he act like he's single. I'm just trying to figure out what to do about him. What do y'all think? Now, when somebody presents that to you in a group on social media, they're wanting an opinion, right? They're wanting to know how each individual would move and how your mind thinks. So I went in there. I got questions for days. If you don't know me, you will know that I will ask 13 questions about the color red, and every question is going to be different. And so with that being said, it boggled my mind to know that, number one, why are you asking a group of strangers about a man that you've been dating and or married to and or you're his side chick that you know for sure is married and you know he don't act right? And even though he's married, he might act single. Why then do you need to bring it to the group? Why don't you just leave this dude alone? If you're married to him, then that's on you to decide if you want to continue to stay married to a cheater. If you're a side chick to this dude that's married who acts single with you, then you need to think about it. Do I want to continue to be somebody's side chick? Like, what's wrong with me? Why am I seeing myself as so low that I got to be somebody's side chick? And then if you're dating the dude, it's just the same thing. So when she asked that question, I did ask, so are you the one that's married to him? Are you dating him? Have you been through this with him? What exactly are you wanting us to answer? Because the thoughts that comes to my mind is, why are we even here having this conversation? And it makes me think about a lot of women who are dating red flags, and you know he's a red flag, and you have receipts of the red flaggery. Yeah, you go to your homegirl, you go to your pastor, you go to your coworker, you go to your dog, and you have a one-on-one conversation like, what am I to do? I know Jeffrey has been cheating. I know Jeffrey lies to me. However, I'm just trying to figure out if I should stay and thug it out, or should I just leave Jeffrey? I love Jeffrey so much. However, Jeffrey continues to leave me on red. Jeffrey continues to be combative when I try to communicate with him. And Jeffrey act like he don't like me. He act like I get on his nerves. What should I do? Like, listen to that. That sounds absolutely insane. If you just actually listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth when you're venting and talking about a guy, you'll have your answer right there. But now I am convinced that women don't want answers. And when I talk about women, I ain't saying all women. I'm saying stupid women. Stupid women. How do I know what a stupid woman is? I know what it is and what it looks like because I used to be one. I talk about this all the time. I will never shy away from my previous stupidity. Why would I do that? Because I'm smarter now and I've graduated from that. So if you're triggered by that word, then just be triggered, because maybe you dumb, sis. Maybe you are. But the thing is, you don't have to stay that way. You don't have to stay stupid. But it just boggles my brain when I see questions on social media platforms with women who are talking about how bad this dude is, but they still need more evidence. And when I asked these logical questions to this anonymous girl, guess what she said to me? I ain't obligated to tell you anything. I just made a post. Have a good day. Like, she was so combative. She had such a harsh delivery in via black and white on text on Facebook. And I was just like, all right, sis. So you mean to tell me you got on this platform in this group full of women wanting advice, wanting an opinion on a married man that you're married to and or side chick and or dating. You know he fooling around. You know he acts single. You know he ain't nothing. But you're getting an attitude with me because I'm questioning you about your decision making and what you want from us. It's like, why, what are we doing? And then finally, people were siding with me, which I don't need anybody to side with me. And then other people one girl even said, have some compassion for her. What did I do? I didn't cuss her out. I didn't call her by her names, because some of them girls in the groups, they will literally, you ask a question like that and they will literally say, are you dumb? They will literally say that. And they will literally tell the woman, literally is the word of the day, tell the woman how stupid and ignorant and confusing and lost and desperate she is. I didn't even come at that angle, because why would I come at that angle? However, it's like I'm being pushed to say it like it is. And I didn't want to give that kind of delivery when I started 10 years ago, because women, we're delicate, we're flowers. You have to address behavior a certain way. I'm a woman. I know this. Just with humans, you want to have empathy and you want to ask questions. However, it was very off-putting by me leading with love and just literally, I'm curious, like, who would want to be with a dude that's married, but he's acting single? And it's been over 4 years. What do you want from him? What are you getting out of this situation with him? What do you want from us on social media? Like, it doesn't make sense. And so I wrote this down. Venting versus soliciting advice. For women who are dating the red flags of the flaggery, I need for you to understand the difference. You can vent. Anybody can vent all day long. I've had friends that will come to me that will vent, and that's all they want to do. They don't want my insight or my professional opinion. They just want to get something off their chest. That I get, because sometimes you can vent to someone that can't even relate to whatever it is you got going on, and you know they can't relate. So you're not going to them for advice. You're literally going them to just cool off. And you know you can go to them. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to have no unbiased. They're not going to have no biased opinion. And they just going to let you go. They just going to let you just get it out. And then after that, y'all can like go for a walk. Y'all can go see a movie. Y'all can go have some tea and you're good. You got it out. That's venting. That's normal. That's healthy. However, what isn't healthy is being in a jacked up situation, knowing he's not a good dude, because you have all the receipts that you done laid out to me, to her, to she, to them, to they. And then you want to come and ask for advice and then shoot the person in the foot that's giving you the advice. Why are you even going to them if you don't trust their advice? Why are you even going to them if you don't respect them? Or maybe you're just desperate and you just need to talk to somebody. So you're still soliciting advice. And then when someone gives you some advice that you don't like or ask a question, then you've turned on them. It's just like, really? Because if it were me, let's just say I was that girl and I was stupid enough to be dating and or married to a married man who acts single, or be a side chick or a girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just like, I've been with this dude for 4 years. He been married. I know he married. He acting like he's single. I don't know what to do, sis. He trifling. And then somebody says to me the questions that I ask, I would then say, you know what? Maybe these are some questions I should have considered. I don't even know, sis. Thank you for your comment. That's the end of it. But people are so combative these days, and I just don't get it. And women in particular, not all, a lot of women are just, I don't know what you want. Like, I literally, and I talk to a lot of men and I get their insight on dating and women, and I get their insight, and they're just as crazy and confused as anyone else. Because sometimes you want to feel sorry for women. It's just like, oh, women, we're single. We get dogged out. He's cheating. He's being a dog. He left me for that girl. And it's just like, so you have empathy. You're thinking, oh man, there's so many dudes out here that's trifling. But no, the race is on. We neck and neck. We just as trifling. women as these dudes as these dudes is. If a dude can lie, a woman can lie too. I mean, it goes both ways. And for me being a woman, I understand that 100%. Like, there aren't more doggish, trashish dudes than there are women, specifically in this day and age, because it's more outwardly now. Back in the day, if a woman was sneaking around, it would be very discreet. She would cover up her tracks. Now women are just getting as sloppy as dudes, and it's just like they don't even care. The ones who are out here doing their dirt. It's so many women in this particular group that are happy to be side chicks. They literally don't care. And they're blaming the girlfriends, the women that the dudes are dating, and the wives as to why the dude is choosing her as his side chick. And it's the craziest thing. Like, I don't even know what we're doing when it comes to dating. And so that's what it made me think. So if you want to vent, sister, if you're watching this and you're in a situation and the dude is not it, you need to understand what you're doing. Because if you're a defensive, combative communicator, I need for you to understand that's who you are first. That's all about self-assessing, knowing what kind of communicator you are. The kind of communicator I am, for example, number one, just loud to begin with. Can't whisper to save my life. Don't take me to a library. However, when it comes to communication and there's an issue, I'm going to always come in cool, calm, and collect. And I'm going to have direct. I'm a very direct person when it's time to communicate. And I can keep it short and sweet, or I can take you the long, colorful, visual way home. Whichever. I can do both. I'm flexible. However, when somebody's communicating to me about something I am doing, and I can remember the last time someone communicated, it was friend at the time. It was two friends who had went behind my back to have a conversation about me. And it was about how, did you notice that Brooke always has an attitude? She'll like bite your head off if you say something to her, and the attitude is unwarranted. And so one of the friends, they came to me and they were like, yeah, me and XYZ had a conversation about you, about you're just being a big old B and you have this attitude. And then I was just like, oh, I didn't even realize I was coming off that way. I didn't go on the attack. I didn't cuss nobody out. I didn't get on the defense. I actually just took a moment to breathe and to think. And they gave me receipts about moments in time where I came off that way, and I was like, oh, all right, I got that. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to adjust. And guess what? I did. Then there was another friend, and these are people I had known over 10 years. Then there was another friend that I had at the time who would always tell me that I was negative. She was like, you're always negative. Everything you say that comes out of your mouth is negative, negative, negative. And I knew where that was stemming from. And so when she said it, it reminded me of the person that I learned my negative behavior from. And I got that from. And I was like, oh, I can't stand when that person is negative. And now I'm acting the same way. So let me think about that. Let me turn it around and let me adjust. That's the thing. But if you're a woman who is unwilling to look at self because you think you're perfect and you're always thinking it's someone else, then this, what I'm saying, is not going to apply, and you're probably going to be triggered and then combative and be in the comments. However, the best case scenario for you to do if you're in a situation, a dating situation, it's not going right, and you want advice. It could be a stranger. It could not be a stranger. I need for you to have enough emotional intelligence to open your ears, open your mind, and receive whatever that messenger is saying. Because at the end of the day, you went to them. They didn't come to you. It would be different if they came to you to tell you about your situation. And I don't do that. I don't volunteer advice at all. I used to, and nope, I quit doing that a long time ago. And so it's different, right? So what is it? You're venting. You're just getting it out. You ain't expecting nobody to give you no feedback. You just need an ear to listen. Then we got soliciting advice. If you're going to do this, you need to make sure your head is on straight and you're not ready to attack when someone says something that you don't like. Because I'm going to tell you something. Someone can say something to me and they be in the comments on my YouTube. They can be saying all kinds of stuff up in there. And it's just like, let me just read it, see what it says, see if I can have a logical and rational conversation with them, which usually I cannot. However, if I can, then I'll take it in. If they're giving me feedback, if they're being critical, let me consider what they're saying. No matter what, no matter how crazy it come out, unless they call me all kind of names, which they don't do that. They're not crazy, but they will. A lot of men on my YouTube come in hot. However, I still consider what they're saying. And then if it's BS, it's BS. You should know the difference between BS and not BS. However, if it's actual feedback that I should consider, I will consider. Just like with you, when you're soliciting advice about this dude that you're dating, you need to consider the source that you're going to and what they have to say. Because ain't nobody attacking you. Ain't nobody trying to get you to break up with Ray Ray. Don't nobody even care if you date John or not. You the one struggling. You the one miserable. That ain't affecting nobody but you. So when you go out seeking advice, just understand, maybe you're going to get something you don't want to hear. Or maybe you're going to get some advice or some questions that's going to trigger something in you. That don't make the person that's giving and asking the questions wrong, or that they're angry, or that they're mean. And hey, coach, who is that? That says Nisi. Looks like Nisi. Hey, coach, catching my first live with you. Hey, girl, make sure you, Nisi, make sure you, what you can do, because we're on TikTok. Make sure you follow and subscribe. I got a freebie for you guys. Every lady that's in here, I got a freebie for you. After this video, it's there now, but after this video, go to the link in my bio, my Stand store, and download your freebie, my freebie to you. Shay, self-reflection is key. It absolutely is. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any comments. I didn't know anybody was commenting, because once I get to talking on here, I don't really look at the comments, but I got to try to learn to do better by that. Okay. Thank you, Nisi. Thank you for following, girl. And if you know anybody who could benefit from my help, you send them my way. You send them one of my videos. I appreciate that. So then I wrote down responding versus reacting. Okay, Nisi got my free guide. See, Nisi got my free guide. How do you like the free guide, Nisi? I appreciate it. Tell me what you like about that free guide that you got. That's what I want to know, because I don't really ask people who've downloaded my books, and there's been a lot of y'all that's done downloaded my books and who've gotten the silent treatment too. So if you haven't gotten the silent treatment, that one is selling like hotcakes too. As much as y'all download that freebie, y'all are all over the silent treatment too, because a lot of dudes, this isn't what this video is about, but a lot of dudes be giving y'all heck when it comes to that silent treatment, when they zip their lip, when they refuse to engage, when they refuse to talk, they be driving y'all crazy. So download the silent treatment book, link in my bio, if you want that book about the silent treatment, because they be taking y'all down through there. Now back to the stupid single sisters. Is that the name of this? The name of this. I'm sorry, y'all. Some of this stuff makes me laugh. All right. So let's talk about when we're talking about being single and dating. All right. Responding versus reacting. You can have an issue with a dude that you're dating, and you can respond just like I'm talking to you right here. This is just me talking. This is just a response. This isn't me rolling my neck. This isn't me. This isn't me going on social media. This ain't me calling your mama or your daddy. This ain't me throwing your bird out the window. Absolutely not. This is just me. All right, you're saying something to me. I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond like I got a head and a brain on my shoulders. All right. Now, when you're reacting, anytime you're reacting towards something, specifically if it's something that you don't like, that's not good. A reaction is usually filled with emotions. It ain't got no rational. It ain't got it don't have no logic, no rationale. It's just like he said something, he done something, and now you crazy. Now your head on backwards and you driving down the street with a backwards head. It don't even make sense. You're going to kill somebody. So we don't want to do that. So think about it. When you're in a conversation, when you're in the heat of the moment, if you're dating a guy and you found something out about said guy, if he's done something, whatever the case may be, if he's rubbed you the wrong way, if you bumping heads, you want to make sure you're not reacting and you're actually responding. And the Be Wiley Basics is to responding. And I teach you this in my book. It's called How to Communicate with Your Mate. That's in my Stand store. I talk all about your body language, your delivery, your tone. You want to be mindful of all these things, because if somebody came at you, imagine the dude that you dated, he came at you talking crazy, talking loud, pointing his fingers, throwing stuff around the room, going to social media. You'd be like, this dude is unhinged. He's absolutely unhinged. And it doesn't make it right because you're a woman that you can be unhinged. You don't have the right to be unhinged and crazy because you're a woman. That makes no sense. So when you're engaging with someone, and this is the number one thing that gets on my nerves, the number one word that gets on my nerves that women use when they have to address some mess. You say, well, I don't want to confront him, so I haven't said anything about why my vagina is burning, and I know he's been cheating. Like, you're absolutely crazy. You need to address that, sis. You don't have to confront, because that could mean somebody going to the cops and they going to the police and somebody going to jail. But what you can do, and that's extreme, by the way, but what you can do if he's cheating, if he's lying, if he's out here in these streets being community P. What you can do is you can address it. You can address it. And what you want to do is you want to address something once, and then you want to have a conversation, which is supposed to be solution based. And then after that, you want to watch his actions. And if his actions do not change, you don't circle back and address it again. No, you decide, do I want to put up with whatever this issue is? Do I want to continue dating a dude who treats me like this and does this? Or do I want to keep it moving? Like, there was another girl in the group. She was like, how every time she gets on the phone with the guy she's dating, he always is preoccupied. He's distracted. He's clicking over, talking to other people. Then he comes back. Then he's in the background. He got his homeboys over. It's like he's totally distracted. And it's every time they get on the phone. So then she says to him, well, I don't want to confront him, but I did mention something about it, but he's still doing it. And it's just like, well, then that's when you got to think to yourself, why do I want to date a dude who doesn't consider anything that I say? I'm literally telling him, hey, this is making me feel like you're not tapped in, tuned into this conversation. You're totally distracted. Do you want to talk later? However, when we talk later, you're still doing the same thing. Like, what exactly is going on? And how can we get down to the bottom of just having a one-on-one conversation uninterrupted? Right there is not a confrontation. That's literally just me talking. And a lot of women, I don't know why y'all so scared to talk, or maybe y'all don't know how to talk. I know you know how to talk because you be talking my block off in our sessions. And I love that. I appreciate that. I'm here for that. However, why can't you do the same when it comes to that guy? How come it is you can tell me as your life coach, you can tell your homegirls, your pastor, but when it comes to that dude, you can't be open and honest with him? Like, I don't get it. And if you're afraid for him to leave you and stop dating you, then why though? But why would you want to date a guy who doesn't consider you and what you have to say and how you feel? It's like, some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. And you only know what you know until you know it. Like me, 100 years ago, when I was, how old am I? Not 100 years ago, 101 years ago. When I was in my 30s, I was plumb dumb when it came to dating dudes. Even when I started Coach B. Wiley in 2014, I was plumb dumb. But I was learning along the way, and I had a whole bunch of eye-opening, eye-awakening experiences that I realized, well, all right, okay, have empathy for these women who are going through. But however, some things, it's just like when you're dating this dude who don't want you, do you just want to punish yourself? Were you treated as a child not to love yourself, appreciate yourself, not to just hate yourself? It makes me wonder how your childhood was as to why you're reacting the way you react. And lastly, I want to say that if you are in a situation and you've had this previous pattern of picking up the playboy, the flashy guy, the mama's boys, and what I mean by these people that I'm naming off is they're mama's boys. They love a mama, but they can't stand you. They cussing you out every day. They flashy to bait you into a date, and then when you get on the date, he forgot his wallet. They're actually showing you that you're charming. They're so charming up front, and they're so responsible and respectful. But then as soon as you get on the phone, he's asking you for a special pic of you in your undies and your bra. It's like, make it make sense. When you realize a dude is showing you who he is, that's literally who he is. You don't have to question what's showing up in front of you. When you see a big yellow bus going down the street, you're not going to question, is it a bird? No, you're going to know it's a bus. And so why, when this dude is showing you he ain't ish in your face over and over, just waving in your face, I ain't ish, why are you then questioning, is it you? Because what you got to do with him not being ish? Questions that need answers. All right, that's it. I just wanted to hop on here real quick because I guess I was triggered. I was triggered by the fact that she was triggered by me when she asking her question and I answered. So I was like, I'm gonna get over here and do me a little video. So I'm gonna give y'all extra video. Y'all already had a video that went up today. This is live, so you're getting this, but then I'm gonna upload it on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube, Coach B. Wiley, do it. Go ahead and get your freebie. Go ahead outside of that. Let me tell you about my books. I got Hello, My Name is Single, Ready to Mingle. That book is on Barnes & Noble and Google Play. Just Google Coach B. Wiley and my book will come up. Hello, My Name is Single, Ready to Mingle. How to Communicate with Your Mate. That's an ebook. That's in my link. The silent treatment is in my link. What else? Successfully Solving Single is in my link, and then your freebie is in my link, and I think that's it, but it feels like I'm forgetting something. But go ahead, hit the link in my bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following, hit that notification bell, buy all the books that you want, share with a friend. Let me know how you feel, and don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, join the B. Wiley Bunch. You can join the B. Wiley Babes, or you can join the B. Wiley Bunch. And you go on my YouTube, and I'll explain to you exactly what that is. But you got to go on my YouTube to find out what I'm talking about. Outside of that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.